Hi, hello, hey, it's Pat, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing a tattoo tour, yeah! It's so funny because yesterday was my birthday. Thank you. Yeah, I'm 27 now. That's weird to say out loud. But anyway, yesterday for my birthday, I decided to treat myself and get my bottom labret pierced. And the receptionist at the tattoo shop was like, I had like a shirt open like this and she saw my chest tattoo. She's like, oh my gosh, I love your tattoos. I told her I want a piercing. I was signing the waiver and whatever. She's like, can I see your finger tattoos? And she's like, oh my God, do you have a YouTube tattoo tour? Because I would watch that. And I was like,
wait a minute.
Thank you for my next video idea. So here we are. Today I'll be showing y'all my tattoos and I'll also be doing a little piercing tour too. I don't have like crazy piercings, but just thought I'd throw it in this video as well. I want to say that I have maybe 35 tattoos, maybe almost 40. Hold on, let me count. Okay, I don't know if I counted right, but I just counted 32. I'll count again and I'll put the real number here. For those of you who don't know, I live in Philly, born and raised, and all of my tattoos were done here in Philly, except for one. So if you're local to Philly and you like any of the art that I have, I'll have all of the artists tagged when I go through the tattoos. There's probably like one or two that I don't remember who did them, or I just like don't like the shop, so I'm not gonna recommend them. But most of these tattoos, I love the artists and I have multiple pieces from them. So yeah, if you like them, definitely hit them up for your next tattoo. So without further ado, let's get started with the piercings. So let's just start with the obvious, what you can already see. I have my two nostril piercings and my two labrets. I just got my bottom labret pierced yesterday and I absolutely love it. It wasn't painful. I'd say for me personally, the pain from like on a scale of 1 to 10, the pain was probably like a 3. It was just a pinching, and also I like didn't breathe properly. She told me to breathe in and I breathed out, and she said breathe out and I breathed in. So I don't know if that made it hurt worse, but I also have a relatively high pain tolerance. So for me, this was about a 3 out of 10. You should definitely downsize like as soon as you can, because the long bar is so annoying. Last night I wanted to eat for my birthday and I like bit my jewelry so hard. I thought I ripped out the jewelry, like oh my gosh. So definitely be mindful if you're thinking about a lip piercing. You're gonna have to chew very cautiously, be very mindful of how you're chewing, and just be patient. You know, clean it, use mouthwash, you know, all that good stuff, and you should be good to go. Those are all the face piercings I have. Let's move on to the lobes. So as y'all can see, I have stretched ears, and I stretched my ears when I was about like 20, I want to say, like maybe 19, 20. I did it when I was at summer camp. Again, just something like not recommended, because I stretched from a regular starting size, which is like what, an 18 gauge, and I stretched all the way up to a 00 within like 2-3 months. Don't do that. Don't do that. Definitely be patient. I don't know what the recommended time is, but like if you want to stretch your ears and you want to buy a stretching kit and you want to stretch it yourself, definitely be patient, like please, because it'll be worth it. It'll be so worth the wait. My ears are ugly now. They're ugly because they blew out. They blew out. So they're ugly, which is fine, because you know I decided to make that dumbass mistake and here we are. But yeah, my ears are at a I think they're 7/16 of an inch right now. So I believe that's the size bigger than a 00. There were actually a couple sizes bigger than this, but when I tried to move up a couple sizes, that's when they actually blew out. I like low-key want to get maybe like a size or 2 bigger, but my ears are just like so fucked up. So I'm like, I need to just let it be. And then I also have my second ear piercings. I would say I've had them for about 2 years, like almost 2 years if that. I actually had my second ear piercings when I was younger, like in grade school, but my left ear got infected, so I ended up taking them both out. Obviously, I stretched my ears years later, and then I decided that I wanted to get my second piercing re-pierced. And when I went to go get my piercing, the piercer recommended that she like place them a little bit higher, so they're actually placed as if I have like a third piercing, just because she was scared to like pierce where my second piercing was, and also because it's really close to my stretched ears. And she was saying if I did want to stretch up, which I wasn't even thinking that, then I have room to stretch up without affecting the second piercing. So that's why they're sitting up a little bit higher, but I don't mind. I love them. They're so cute, and I definitely should get more ear piercings. And I also have a double cartilage on my left ear. Honestly, I don't wear jewelry in it because I like to wear wigs. I like to wear my hair down, and it's always hiding my ears, which sucks too because you can't even really tell that I have any ear piercings. No one really knows that I have my ears stretched unless I wear my natural hair. I have an afro, or I like to wear my hair in an afro, like a curly fro, so you can see my gauges then, but that's another reason why I don't wear jewelry in my upper cartilage, because the fro blocks the top of my ear, so you can only see the second piercing and my stretched ears. But yeah, I definitely want to get more ear piercings, either like, I think this is called a surface trace, I think. I would like to get that, maybe a conch. I don't know. I should definitely get more piercings. Oh, and then the last piercing I have, I got my belly pierced, and I love it. Thankfully, I didn't have any problems with it. I'm gonna say I got that when I was like 18, 19. I got it like a while ago too, so I don't remember if like I had issues sleeping on my stomach or anything like that, but yeah, I love my belly piercing. That's all for the piercings, and let's move on to the tattoos. So I'm not gonna go in order of like when I first got it, because I got my first tattoo when I was like 18, so that was 9 years ago. And I just don't remember the order that I got them in. So I'm just gonna go from top to bottom. Here we go. All right, so starting with the first one, I have my neck tattoo, Fluid in red ink, and I love it. I want more neck tattoos so bad. Like, I just want my neck tatted. Ugh, I love it. Like, I wish I got this bigger, but when I went to the artist to get it done, she recommended that I start off small. That way, if I had any second thoughts about it, it's small, it's like easy to cover up, whatever. I guess it wouldn't be, that much of a hassle to get removed if I didn't like it that much, but I don't anticipate getting any tattoos removed, like truly. Ultimately, I think I'm gonna end up having my whole body covered just because I love tattoos and I love body art. And there's still so much of my body that I don't have tatted, so yeah, don't think I'm ever gonna get a tattoo removed unless I absolutely hate it for whatever reason, but yeah. So yeah, she recommended that we start off small, so that way if I ever do wanna get it bigger, she can just touch it up. I can, go to someone else. Also too, I was debating if I wanted to get red ink or black ink. Again, she suggested red, so that way if I ever wanna go back, or if I ever wanna change my mind and go to black, she can go over it with black, but if I get a black tattoo, she can't go over it in red. So I think that was very sound advice. I love that it's red. I think I do wanna get it like thicker, like more bold. I don't know if I'm able to do that. But yeah, I mean, I love it, and I've just been thinking of what other tattoos I want to get to complement it on my neck. This tattoo I got Fluid. It have a couple of different meanings. The first meaning is just being fluid with life, just going with the flow. Really random, but I took a religious studies class in college, and I remember we were learning about the religion Taoism, and one of the mantras that really stuck with me with that religion is that I forget exactly the phrase. If I find it, I'll definitely put it in, but it's just whatever comes, comes, whatever goes, goes. That's not the saying, but essentially that's what it was. It was just if you're able to flow with the water and let things come and flow through you, then you'll be able to, react with them better and handle things better. And that's something that I just really resonated with. And I think that's something that I just really need to keep reminding myself. As I'm getting older, I just turned 27, I'm approaching 30. It's just I'm thinking about the things that I want to do in my life, things that I want to be you know, things that I envision for myself, and it's just like, why am I not there yet? Why do I not have those things yet? And it's just because of me being resistant, being afraid, you know? So it's just a reminder to myself to go with the flow and take things as they come. And then another side of it is just also to remind myself that I am fluid in terms of like my gender and like gender expression. So I never really like opened up much about like my gender identity or like my sexuality on here, but I'm queer, big surprise. And I use any pronouns. I don't really like identify with just one. You know, sometimes I feel really masculine. Obviously, a lot of the times I present really hyper feminine. But for a while, for a long time, when I was like in grade school, high school, and even like my first couple years of college, I was so masked. I was such a tomboy. And I think, you know, back then I would be fine with like they, he pronouns, just like, you know, it's just like I like to play with my gender expression and the way that I present myself. So this is just a reminder to me that I am valid in how I see myself and my gender expression, gender identity, all that stuff. So yeah, I love this tattoo. That was a very long explanation for my tattoo. I promise that all of my tattoos do not have an in-depth meaning like that. Most of them I got just because they're cute. Like this next one, the one on my chest. This is just so beautiful, and I know that it's the sun, I believe. I'm gonna fact check that, but yeah, again, yesterday when I went to the tattoo shop to get my lip pierced, the receptionist also had a chest tattoo that was very similar to this, and she said that hers was the moon and mine was the sun. And I love that because it's one of my, what do you call it, like astrological something to do with my sign, the sun, which is also another tattoo that I have that I'll talk about soon. But yeah, I mean, I just thought that this was really pretty, you know, another addition on my chest. It's really pretty. I love the artist. Moving on to the next tattoo is my sternum, which is actually a cover-up. But yeah, the cover-up is a sword going through a peony flower. And what I got originally was an arrow pointing up. It was so cringy to me. Like, I don't know why I ever got that tattoo. Well, I do know why I got the tattoo. It's because I was in Florida. I used to be a nanny, and I was in Florida with my nanny family, and I just had like some time off one morning, and I was like, fuck it, let's go get a tattoo. Walked in the tattoo shop, looked at their like flash book, and all of them were like a lot more expensive than what I was like willing to pay at the time. So I just thought like, what would be cute? And I like just thought of an arrow with like those little squiggles to represent like nothing in life is a straight path. You're gonna go through turns and curves before you get to where you wanna be.
That doesn't make no sense.
And literally like, okay, if I wanted to get that, I could have got it like right here. Like, why my chest?
I don't know.
I hated it. It just like made me feel insecure because like this is gonna be TMI, but like whenever I would like be hooking up with somebody, I'd be like, this feels awkward. Just an arrow pointing to my chest. Like I started to second guess it. I don't know if anybody else thought of it that way, but I would think of it that way, and I'm like, I need to get this covered up. So yeah, I love this cover up. It's a badass tattoo, makes me feel badass, makes me look badass, so yeah. All right, moving on to my arm, which I have a nice little sleeve going. Let's start with this one, which is pretty much just like a self-portrait that I wanted to get. At the time, I did have a shaved head, and I just loved it because I have another like self-portrait on me, but with a fro. And I like to, you know, switch up my look. As I mentioned, I like to play with gender expression. That also goes with, you know, hair, all that stuff. I like to play with my style a lot. And I just love being bald. I love having short hair. I've been growing out my hair for a little over 2 years now, and I fight the urge like every week to not shave it again. Because I just love short hair. It gives me such a versatile look, and it's also just a lot easier to manage. So yeah, I mean, I love it. It's just so pretty. The artist, She did exactly what I wanted. I said I wanted a pretty, you know, black femme with some flowers. I also like the chain or not the chain, the choker, because it is pretty more alternative, like how I am. And she also has stretched ears, which I love. So yeah, it's just beautiful. A beautiful line work with a little bit of shading. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. I also have this red tattoo, which was actually a flash. It was a tattoo flash, and I asked the artist to do it in red ink, just because I had this tattoo first and I just wanted something to complement the red. And I love the way it healed. When I first got it tatted, it was like really light. Like for me, and like in my opinion, it was really light, and I couldn't really tell what it was, like what the tattoo was. Like it was hard for me to make out the details, but as it healed, it's beautiful. Now it's a dark red. It matches my skin complexion. It matches this tattoo. It matches this tattoo. So pretty. And as I mentioned, it's a flash. So I just liked, you know, it has the skull on the branch with the flower. It's like morbid, but also like pretty. Just like how life is, you know? Moving on down, I have this red flower with a little eye in the middle. Again, this was another flash tattoo that, you know, just thought it was cute. And it's in color. I'd say this is 1 out of 3 tattoos that it's like in color, like besides like my red tattoos. Yeah, almost all my tattoos are like just black lining or like black with shading. But yeah, I don't have many color tattoos. Yeah, I just think it's cute. Moving on down, this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful butterfly that I have. Again, another flash. And I got it from a black female artist. Almost all my tattoos were either done by women of color, queer artists. Yeah, and maybe like 2 or 3 tattoos were like done by men, because that's when I was like first getting tattoos. But as I'm like learning more about the tattoo industry and like tattoo culture, whatever, you know, it's just always nice to support black women, black queers, people of color, women of color, things like that. So I'm definitely mindful of who I'm supporting and what art I'm getting from. So yeah, this was gorgeous. This is actually the first tattoo that I got like on my upper arm. And I love it. And the tattoo artist was really sweet too. So yeah, just got that because it's pretty. This one is also another flash. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. I didn't mention it, but this was also a flash too. Like, I just like tattoos because they're just so fucking pretty and they just make me look even sexier. So yeah. I really like this one because it matches with this. They both have like the evil eye going on. And I like the line work. The line work matches this tattoo really nicely. So yeah, just like that because it was pretty. I have this wrist tattoo. Fun fact, I wanted to get these on my fingers. I got these when I was like 20, maybe 21. And I actually got this in Allentown, Pennsylvania, because I was visiting my girlfriend at the time and she went to college up there. And I was like, fuck it, let's get a tattoo because we just had some time. And I really, really wanted to get it on my fingers. I wanted to get this. These are like my, again, I don't even like fuck with astrology, and I got this done. It's like the sun, the earth, and the moon. I don't know. I wanted to get this done on my fingers, but the tattoo artist is like, no, I'm not tattooing your fingers, no. So I just compromised and got it on my wrist. I like literally forget that I have that. Like, yeah, it's there. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might get this covered up because like, what the hell? This literally like, what the hell? I don't know. But this one is the second portrait that I have. As I mentioned, she has the fro, but she's an alien. She's a little alien because I love aliens. You know, I love weird stuff like that. And I just always wanted an alien tatted. I was trying to get a matching tattoo with my twin and get an alien tattoo, but they weren't really feeling it. And I was just like, fuck it, whatever. I'll get the alien tattoo as a self-portrait, and it's lovely. I love it. Like, I would be a hot ass alien. So yeah, love that for me. This next tattoo I have is a quote that I actually learned when I first started going to therapy in college. So I was maybe like 19, 20. It was when I first started to learn about mindfulness and just like meditation and all that stuff. So the quote says, "Just this moment, just this breath." And in the quote, I have a little semicolon, which is like for like suicide awareness, just because, you know, I've struggled with that myself. I've had people close to me struggle with that. I've actually lost someone close to me from suicide. So I did just want to tie that in, since it is like, you know, I learned this in therapy. It's something to remind myself that to be present in the moment. I can't control the past. I can't control, you know, obviously I have some control of the future, but what I most certainly can control is right now, just this moment, just this breath. So yeah, I think that's beautiful. This was probably like my second or third tattoo that I got. And yeah, that's all I have in my upper torso. Now we're moving on to the legs. I'll move on to my left leg because I only have two tattoos on my left leg. I have this pretty little sun, which is funny, which was just like a random tattoo. One of my sorority sisters came down to Philly and I was like, oh my God, we should get a tattoo. So me, her, and my twin decided to go to this tattoo shop, like literally a random tattoo shop. And we all got like tattoos. We all thought of the tattoos at the tattoo shop. So it probably wasn't like the best idea, because like I remember like hating this tattoo for like a few months after I got it, but like people say it's cute, and like it is cute, you know. It's just like a little smiley sun, like what's wrong with that? But I was just really shitting on how it was done, but I mean, it's cute. I literally just told the artist, I looked up on Google like sun tattoos and saw like the outline, like the rays, and then like I saw this face. I said, can you put them two together? He's like, sure. So these are literally just two images that I found on Google and he morphed it into one. So yeah, there's that. All right, and then the next tattoo that I have on my left leg is on behind my thigh. It's a heart chain. This is also a flash. It was a Valentine's Day flash that I got last year, and I have it matching on my right thigh as well, and I love them. I got them to make me look sexy. Hello, I keep saying that. I'm already sexy, but these tattoos are making me sexier, okay? Like, hello. It hurt so fucking bad. That was definitely the worst tattoo. Oh my gosh. I was supposed to get them done in the same sitting, but after she did the one leg, I tapped out. I said, I'll see you next month. I'll see you next month, shawty, because I can't be sitting here for another 3 hours while I do the next leg. Like, I could not do it. It was so bad. Like, behind my knee it wasn't that bad, but the closer it went up my thigh, I couldn't do it. But I love them. All right, we're almost done. Moving on to my right leg. I have this 1996 tattoo because I was born in 96. Hello, 90s babies, rise up. That was cringy. But yeah, I mean, it's just cute. Who doesn't love a nice gothic font birth year tattoo? Below that, I have a moth, which is funny because I was trying to make it like all sentimental, have meaning. I got like a type of moth that's seen in North PA, like around where I went to summer camp. So I was like, oh, like it'll be special because I've seen these moths at camp. But I really just wanted to get a moth tatted. I think insect tattoos or just animal tattoos in general are really sick. I wish I got it bigger, but I mean, no, I have so much more room on my left leg to get more insect tattoos. So yeah, love that. What I don't love is that that's another image that I just found on Instagram and on Google, and went to the artist and was like, can you do this? And he was like, sure. Which, like, I feel like the artists that I go to now would be like, I would just go to them with the idea and they would, you know, customize it instead of just taking a random image and tattooing that. But all artists are different, and I love the tattoo. Below that, I have a Sacred Heart, which was also another flash tattoo. I love it. This tattoo artist did the red ink flash on my arm, and I just really like their style. I just thought it was a sick tattoo. I like that the heart is like and barbed wire. It's like struggling, but it's also pouring out from the fountain. So it's like I'm hurting, but I'm still like spreading love in a sense. So love that. Moving on, I have this sword going through a hand. That was another flash tattoo that I got. Also one of the few tattoos that I have in color, and I'm so happy I got it in color. It looks so good, and I've had this for a couple years, like, and it's still held up. You know, being brown skin, I've always thought like, oh, I can't do color, right? Because I've heard when I first started getting tattoos, these white men being like, oh, I can't do color on you because it's not going to show up. When really they just didn't know how to do color tattoos on melanated skin, which is a big red flag, a big no-no. If you're someone, my complexion, darker, whatever, if you're melanated and you want color tattoos, do it. You just have to find the artist that knows how to do it. Because if you go to an artist and they say, you're too dark, or I can't do color in your skin tone, walk the fuck away. Because first of all, they don't deserve your coin, they don't deserve your time, right? But also you deserve to get what you want. Like, it's doable, okay? These artists just have to educate themselves so that they can cater to us. Below it, I got another flash, which is a little demon. I mean, I just thought it was a sick tattoo, and I got this on my 26th birthday. So a year ago yesterday, I got it in Atlanta. I went to Atlanta to visit my friend for my birthday, and yeah, that's like the only tattoo that I didn't get in Philly besides the one on my wrist. This tattoo, this Ice 44 tattoo, was actually my mom's first tattoo. And, you know, just like as I was getting tattoos, I was like, I do want to get something to commemorate my parents. And that was my mom's first tattoo. She got it like almost in the exact same place too. And she got it for my dad. Like Ice 44 was like his like tag name, like stuff that he would just use for stuff. I know like Ice was like his nickname when he was playing basketball and stuff. So it's a way to commemorate both of them, and I love it. It's like, I forget about my leg tattoos sometimes, but when I look at that, it just makes me so happy, especially knowing that like my mom has almost the exact same one and almost the exact same spot. Like, that's gonna be so special with me forever, you know? The one below it, just like a little self-love piece. Again, I just like found a couple images on Google and was like, can you like put them together? And I feel like the artist did a good job, but like it was like more of like a self-love thing, and that was probably like the 4th tattoo that I got. You know, it's cute, but it's like it doesn't fit my style now, but it's still cute. And the one below that is a little dragonfly. It's actually a logo from the camp that I grew up in. So the camp that I grew up at, and I also worked there for a really long time, it's called Dragonfly Forest, and that's the little logo. Yeah, I mean, it was a part of my life for a really long time. I'm 27, and I was at that camp for maybe like, I don't know, like 12 years at least. I want to say like 12 or 13 years, just like as a camper and also just like working there. I met a lot of special people there. I just spent a lot of my time there. So yeah, it's cute. This face and the rose were both flashes. They're cool, you know. I don't like love or hate them. It's like, you know, they're there. So they're cool. This face, if you know Disclosure, this is Disclosure's logo, and that was my 2nd tattoo. The tattoo that I have above it, the Believe, was actually my first one. And then I got the Disclosure one after that, just because I wanted to get a tattoo dedicated to music, just because music is such a substantial part of my life. I like would not be able to function without music. I love going to concerts, live music, whatever the case may be. And Disclosure was the group that made me realize that I love house music. And I didn't want to be basic and get like a treble clef tatted as like a way for me to say that I love music. So yeah, I decided to get the Disclosure face. You know, I am feeling a little salty because a little shortly after I got it, they blocked me on Instagram. And it's probably because I got their logo tatted, and maybe because of like copyright issues. They were like, this bitch doing too much. And then they blocked me. So, you know, just feeling a little salty about that, but it's all good. It's it's all good because I still love house music. I still love their music. I actually saw them perform in Philly last year, which is like so funny. So yeah, I still like the tattoo. And then the last one, as I mentioned, was my first tattoo, the word believe. The camp Dragonfly Forest, they have like different like slogans or catchphrases every year, and that summer their phrase was believe with the period, that same font and everything. So yeah, for my first tattoo, obviously I wanted it to be special, so I got that, which is cute, which is like so funny though because it's so small, and that's like the smallest tattoo I have. Oh my gosh, I forgot some tattoos on my arms. How did I do that? How did I forget all these tattoos on my arms? Oh my god, anyway. Yeah, that's like the smallest tattoo, and I got it on my leg, which is so funny, but yeah, it's cool. Oh my gosh, but yeah, we're not done yet. I got the phrase never surrender shortly after one of my friends passed away from suicide, and it was a way to remind myself to never surrender to those thoughts of you know, loneliness, whatever the case may be. It was like a dedication to her, and to like as a reminder to stay strong for myself. And going along with that, I got some wildflowers. I didn't get them at the same time, but I did just want to get some flowers as a way to like, you know, have flowers for her. And I think they just look really pretty together. This one was a flash, just a baby. I think it's so cute. We love the bold text. Some of these smaller tattoos were just like filler, so I love that. And I have a little skull with a little butterfly sitting on top, another flash. Again, just nice little filler I thought was so cute. And then this big baby, I got some flowers. I honestly can't even tell you what type of flowers they are because I just told the artist like, yo, I just want some flowers on my arms. Maybe throw some cherries and strawberries in there if you can. And she was like, word, what about these flowers? And I'm like, dope. I just told her I didn't want roses or peonies. So yeah, I mean, I like these a lot. And it's a nice filler on my arm and get a lot of compliments on it too. So that was my tattoo tour and piercing tour. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all have any ideas on what I should get tatted next, please, please, please let me know because it's kind of ridiculous that we're going into May and I haven't got any tattoos yet. Like, I need to change that. I really want to get my stomach tatted, but I'm always like, oh, I should lose more weight before I do that. But it's just like, why? Why wait for it if I want it now? Like, tomorrow is not guaranteed, so why not do it now? If you want to share any tattoos that y'all have, how many tattoos you have, if you have any tattoos that are similar to mine, please share in the comments below. I would love to know what tattoos y'all got going on. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button and go ahead and follow me on all my socials. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Until next time, bye.